It is currently bright and early, but we are headed to Boston today to go see a world premiere musical. Really excited for this one. This is the musical adaptation of Wonder, currently playing at ART. There's only a couple weeks left in the run, so really excited to catch this right before it closes. But I love a world premiere musical, especially at a regional theater. A quick stop at Mary Lou's, which apparently is the best coffee in town, and is really cute.
And Golden.
And Golden's playing, which we are dancing to. Coffee has been acquired. We are headed back out on the road. Only about 30 more minutes to go until we hit Cambridge, which is where ART is. So not bad, not bad. Making really good time. We're gonna get there like 2 hours early. We amazingly found a parking spot literally right next to the theater. This feels too good to be true, but if you see the signs, it says no parking except Sundays, so we should be good. But literally the theater is right there. And here we are at ART. You can see the banners for some of their iconic productions. Like there, of course, is Great Comet. There's the waitress. Oh, there she is. There's good old Jenna. But all of those musicals started here. And Wonder is now the latest addition to the ART canon, followed by Black Swan, which I will definitely be back for. That is starting May 26th. I am so excited for Black Swan. Really, really pumped for that. These were kind of my two of my top anticipated regional shows was Black Swan and Wonder. So I'm glad I'm here for Wonder, and then I will be back in May, probably June. Now, as you can see, this is one of the many shows that is based off of a book that was turned into a movie. However, unlike a lot of those, this credits both of the novel and the film, which is a little different than shows like The Notebook or Beaches, which did not get the rights to the film. So those just credit the novel that was then turned into a film. That's how you can kind of tell the difference. Outsiders is another one where they got the rights to both the novel and the film so that they could use things that were specific choices made by Francis Ford Coppola for the film in the stage show, which is why you get the rain in the rumble. That is specifically a film choice that they can use because they got the rights to the film as well. So Wonder is one just like that, where they got the rights to both. Granted, I have not seen the film, nor have I read the book, so I will not be able to tell you which one's which. It's always good to know the difference, so if you're expecting some of the iconic film moments, sometimes they just can't put them in the stage version. There's a really, really, really cute little photo op in here. ART may actually have the most Tonys that I've seen of any regional theater that I've been to so far. They have 4. Obviously, you have the Regional Theater Tony, and then they have one for Pippin, one for Porgy and Bess from 2011-2012, and then one for All the Way, which was a Bryan Cranston play in, 2013? So very cool. They also have the posters for all 3 of those over here next to the Tonys. Now, I believe they would have gotten one for Moulin Rouge, which is not here. So I don't know if they have another case somewhere. I think. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize All the Way, directed by Cats co-director Bill Rauch. Now they do have tons of merch for this show, which we will be getting. They do have a pin set. They also have an online store, so I was able to look online beforehand. But oh my gosh, I'm so close, but very excited for a pin set. This is actually my first pin set of the year. None of the shows I've been to so far have had merch. We also have the cast. Oh, I didn't realize Tony Award winner Linda Cho did the costume design for this. There we go, there's the full cast. A lot of big names in this, including, of course, Javier Munoz. Raymond J. Lee left Masquerade for this. Excited to see him again. Pin set has been acquired. We have an entire wall here of how can we change the way we see.
And making commitments.
And yes, today I commit to share kindness by. A lot of really great ones on here. These are really cute. It's very, let's show them how the world could be in spite of the way that it is. What? Of course, we have some Gen Alpha in the building. It also looks like they're starting work on a new facility, or may have already started since it's coming fall this year. But here's a look at the model. Very fun. I do love this space, but I'm excited for them to have more space. And here we are, made it into the theater. This is a very low stage, so we're practically stage level right here. This is
Just hop right on.
right. Ashley is right there on stage. This is
There's any scenes that happen here.
But yeah, very, very cute. Really nice rake too. Like there's no, I think all the way up you can see the rake goes all the way back. We do absolutely have a song list, which I love, especially for world premieres, because oftentimes song lists will change throughout the development of a show. So it'll be interesting to compare if this ever happens again. But there is the musical numbers of both of the acts, and our notice that Garrett McNally is going to be performing Augie today. There are a couple different performers who play Augie. Here's our full, I love their program layout here at ART. We don't get the full bios. You do have to go to the QR code for that, but you get the entire cast and crew listed here, which is great. Like, this is a great alternative if you want to save paper, but without sacrificing having a program. Like, this is, to me, is optimal. Of course, absolutely love Katie Spellman, who choreographed this and The Notebook. Also really excited for Taby Magar. I believe that's how you say her name. But she also directed We Live in Cairo, which I absolutely loved. A lot of really big names in this creative team. And of course, music and lyrics by Great Big World. And even on the back of the program, we do have another advertisement for Black Swan. Again, so excited for it. All right, just got out of Wonder, cried buckets, absolute buckets. It's very cute. It's very cute. I feel like it doesn't exactly know the age range that it's gearing towards right now. Like, parts of it feel like they're for really young children, and parts of it feel like they're for older teenagers. I think some of the lyrics right now are almost talking down too much to what I think could be its perfect intended audience, which is like actual middle school range. It almost feels a little too cartoony, like you're watching a Nickelodeon original movie, but it's on the right track. I really enjoyed it overall. The cast is stellar. The music is very catchy. I think they really put all of their work into the songs in the first act, because the songs in the first act felt like they were really great storytelling songs and that they were moving the plot forward. And then by the time we got into the second act, the songs felt like they were thrown in and very repetitive and like pop songs, which was what I was afraid of from the score. And so I think that if they can strengthen the songs in the second act and also strengthen the story that they're trying to tell in the second act, that it will be fantastic. absolutely fantastic. But there's definitely some songs in the second act where I was like, this feels very shoehorned into this show right now. Like, we need a moment here and don't exactly know what to do with it. So as long as I can smooth that out, it'll be great. I definitely was expecting it to focus more on the boy, and I think that's because I did not know what to expect going in, but really it's more of an ensemble piece, and I kind of love that about it, that we get to see inside all of these people and the relationship with Augie and their relationship with themselves. Because of that, this becomes a really beautiful ensemble piece with all of these characters where every single actor in it gets to shine. And yet we still have this really compelling and beautiful arc with Augie as the central figure. So I loved that about it. I think there's a lot of potential there. And honestly, one of the better regional world premieres that I've seen. I think that this was a really gorgeous story, and I'm glad that I caught it. Ashley also just brought up a good point as she's driving us through Cambridge, which is the best part of the entire show is Great Big World workshopping their idea for an Our Town musical in the middle of it, which was hilarious. Also, huge props to the costume department. Costumes done by Linda Cho, Tony Award winner Linda Cho of The Great Gatsby fame, who put the theater nerd in a drama bookshop t-shirt. I lost it in the theater. It was hilarious and absolutely accurate. And you know what? I don't know where the show takes place, but I love the idea of just a theater nerd in the middle of America wearing a drama bookshop t-shirt, because they would absolutely know what that is. So fantastic costumes really all the way around. Also just loved, there's a big plot point about like shoes, and so I loved all of the shoes that the characters were wearing throughout the show. And I think, knowing that there is a song about shoes and that the audience is going to be paying attention to it, I thought Linda Cho did a great job of all the shoes that she was putting all of the characters in. I also really loved the scenic design by Matt Saunders. It was basically a donut revolve, so a double revolve similar to a Hamilton, but they were able to use it as well as these walls that would come in and out to change the set. There were a lot of scenic design changes, really simple, large set pieces like a swing set or desks. But I thought that the way that they transitioned all of them went really smoothly. You could tell that they put a lot of thought into blocking it. But I also loved that the walls were almost like this Minecraft design, because Augie as a character loves to play Minecraft. And so incorporating that into the set, he consistently throughout the show talks about loving really nerdy things like Minecraft and Star Wars. And so the way that they incorporated all of those things into the design of the show was very subtle and very, very well done. And successfully made it back from the day trip to ART. It was a very quick there and back again kind of trip. It only took us about 4 hours to drive up from New York to Boston. You can also take a train, but my friend Ashley offered to drive, so drive we did. And it was really easy, nice, easy drive, especially on a Sunday. There was basically no traffic coming in and out of the city, which is always the risk. But really easy day trip, would absolutely do it again. And it was 100% worth it for Wonder. I'm really, really glad we decided to go see this because I really enjoyed it. Is it ready for Broadway? Not right now. I could see it playing really well in regional and community theaters, especially in communities where you have an actor with a facial difference. I'm honestly wondering in some smaller communities if you could do the show with somebody with any sort of limb difference and play it off that way, where they look physically different and then therefore are treated physically different, even though the story is specifically about a boy with a facial difference. But I do think that with some work, this would be Broadway ready. I think they just have to mature up the target demographic just a little bit. Think in the same vein of Matilda. Matilda, the kids are actually younger than they are in Wonder, where they're all in middle school. But the target demographic of Matilda is good for all ages. There's something for the adults and something for the kids. And even in the songs geared towards children like Revolting Children, that's a great song for all ages. And I think if Wonder can find that sweet spot, it will be Broadway ready, because I think the story itself is strong enough. And ultimately, it has a great message of be kind to one another. And you have the ability to choose your own perspective on how you view those that are different from you. I think it's a great message for people of all ages right now. And there are parts of the storyline specifically geared toward adults. I just need the tone to also be just a little bit more mature. Overall, though, I'm really excited to see what happens with Wonder. I hope that they continue to do the work on it because I think there's something really, really special here. And if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. My name is Kate and I love talking about theater because theater is life, and I really love finding new musicals premiering at regional theaters and around the world. So definitely like and subscribe to follow my next adventure where I go see another world premiere musical in Utah. Thank you for watching.